Good morning children. So with yesterday we completed water lesson. Today we are going with light, shadow and images. I hope you know about these light, shadow and images. Daily we will see, okay, when the sun rises and when the sun sets, what will happen. So let us start the lesson. One day Raju started from his home, from school, late in the evening. So from school he started. While school only will be completed by 4 o'clock. He started by 5 or 5:30, imagine. Slowly when he is coming, if his house is far away, what will happen? It becomes dark. Okay. When he started, he was able to see trees, buildings, animals, buses, etc. So when he started from the school, he was able to see all the things, it seems, to his surroundings on the road and on either sides of the road also. As he kept walking, he started growing dark. Means the climate started growing, becoming dark. And soon he was not able to see objects either on the roadsides or the sides as clearly as possible. Why this has happened? Slowly when it is becoming dark, he is not able to see the objects, it seems, the surroundings, it seems. Means to that surroundings there is no light. If light is present, we can see. Now if I just put you in a dark room without light, no windows, everything I closed and put you in the dark room, how it will be? You cannot see where the objects are there. That we can face when the current was absent, when there was the power off was there. What we will do? What mummy will tell for you? Don't move anywhere, still I lit the candle or on the charging light. Why? Because if something is there in the darkness, you cannot find it. So she will tell you, be aside, let me put the light or charging light, then only you come outside. Means in the absence of light, we cannot see anything. In the absence of light, we cannot see anything. Night when we will sleep, we are in deep sleep or we are going to the sleep, 3/4 we are. At that moment, mummy ons the light. Immediately what we will do? We will just keep our hand like this. Why? Because in that darkness, when suddenly light comes out, we are not able to see that one. Okay, morning 6 o'clock, you will be ready to see the sun. But 12 o'clock in the same way, how we are seeing in morning 6 o'clock, see the same way the sunlight at 12 o'clock, mid-noon. Is it possible? No. Why? Because the light will be very bright and we are not able to see the sun. But morning 6 o'clock and evening 5:30 or 6, we can able to see the sun clearly. Is it correct? These all things we will be experienced. As he kept walking, it started going dark and soon he was not able to see the objects either on the roadside or the sides as clearly as earlier. When he reached home, it was already dark. He started doing his homework. Suddenly the power went off. Can he see anything to write or to read? When the power went off, we means we will be very happy. Means as a student I am telling. Okay, now we are having charging lights or inverters or something like that. Before that, that doesn't used to be there. Some candles or kerosene lamps they used to be at the time. They cannot read properly. So when the power off, you also will think yes. Why? Because no need to read, no. When power is there on, you will be able to read like that. Suddenly the power went off. He was not able to see any object in the room. Raju started wondering. Means here, he was surprised. What are all these things? Why in darkness? Why we are not able to see anything? When the light, in the presence of light only, we are able to see all the things. But in the absence of light, we are not able to see the things. Why am I not able to see the objects clearly when it was dark? Because of absence of light. Why am I not able to see the objects when power went off? The same answer for that. How are we able to see the objects in the presence of light? When the light falls on that one, only now we can see the object. How it is possible? Why are we not able to see the objects in the absence of light? Like this, a number of questions were running in his brain. Okay, why, what, What is when it is in the absence of light, why you are not able to see? In the presence of light, why we are able to see? Like that, number of doubts are there for him, it seems. So, activity 1. How can we see objects? For that, he is asking us to do an activity. Make your own room dark by shutting the doors and windows. Now go to your bedroom or your storeroom or your playroom. Close the doors, put off the lights and make totally your room dark. Okay, then look at any one of the object in the room. Will you be able to see that one? In the darkness, what is there in that particular room? Will you be able to see? No, you cannot. Okay, after that, hold a plank or writing pad in front of your face. Is the object visible to you? No. Why? Because the plank is an opaque object. Means through opaque substances, the light will not pass through them. We cannot. Why is it not visible though there is a light? First time the room was dark, so we are not able to see any object in the room. Next time what he is telling, you on the light and put a book in front of you. And are you able to see me now? Are you able to see me now? No, it's not possible. Why you are not able to see me? Because here an opaque object was there. Through this opaque object, what will happen? The light will not pass through that one. That's why you are not able to see me. If I am using a transparent object like polythene cover or a glass I am using and I am talking with you, are you able to see me? Yes. Why? Because the light passes through that one. Got the point here? So, what happens when you hold a plank between the object and you? The object is visible when there is no obstructions between your eye and the object. Means in middle, no object must be there. Now two, your friend is standing here, you are standing here. In middle, one more friend is standing here. Will you be able to see that friend? So no obstructions must be there in the middle when the light passes from us to the another person. Then only we can see them. Then they do not allow something that is coming from the object to reach. What is that something coming from the object? What is that something? Reflection. What is that something coming? Reflection. When you put on the bulb, light falls on the object, bounces from the object and reaches us. See, when I put on the light and come and fall on this object. Light is there, light comes and fall on this object. Then this, here the light reflects back and falls on my eye. Then my eye will tell me to see this object. When I am ready to see, I can understand this is the blackboard. The light is coming and falling on this object. It reflects back on my eyes and my eyes will tell to see this one. I will be able to see. When I am able to see this blackboard, when the light falls on this one. Otherwise, it is not possible for me to see the object. So, we can see object only when light falls on it and bounces back to our eyes. Figure 1 and observe the direction of the arrowhead. You can see here, observe the figure 1 and see the light comes and falls on the jar and it bounces back to the girl's eye and the girl is again seeing to that object. When the light falls on that object only, the girl is ready to see the object. Got the point here? Now, where does light come from? Which objects give us light? We will get light naturally and artificially also. Naturally means through sun, moon and stars. Artificially means tube lights, LED bulbs, okay, torch light. This all comes. Now see here, luminous bodies and illuminous bodies we will tell. Substances which give light is known as light sources. Substances which give us light is known as light sources. What are those? Sun, a glowing bulb, lighted candle, etc. Sun will give us light, bulb will give us light, candle will give us light. This all comes under examples. Any object which burns or glows is known as a source of light. See that point again, underline. Any object which burns or glows acts as a source of light. Can you give some more examples for source of light? You might have seen your shadow anytime. Did you see your shadow anytime? When did you see it? Is it during daytime or night time? Daytime also we can see our shadow. Even nighttime also we can see our shadow. Nighttime when we can see our shadow? When light falls on us. Nighttime when we can see our shadow? When light falls on us. Daytime we can see shadow. Then also when light falls on. In the presence of light only we can see our shadow. So it is our common experience that we can see shadow in daytime. Are shadows formed at night? Yes, shadows are formed at night also in the presence of light. In the absence of light, shadows will not be formed. Why? Because at night you be on your bed light, be near to the bed light and keep your hand near to the wall and do some actions like this. You can see the shadows of your fingers, your hand, everything will fall on that. Okay, try to see your shadow in moonlight on a full moon day. Is it possible to see your shadow at night? Yes, but a screen must be there. Okay. Now in the open place I am standing. Then the moonlight falls on me. Then how can I see? Here a screen must be there. Then only I can see my shadow. Means like a wall must be there or a white sheet must be there. A screen supports my shadow to fall on that one. Then is it also possible to see your shadow at night in your house when the electric bulb is on? Yes, when electric bulb is on, I can see my shadow. Is it possible to form shadows when there is no sunlight? No, it's not possible. When there is no bulb? No, it is not. Any other light? When in the absence of light, note this point, in the absence of light, the shadow will not be formed. In the absence of the light, the shadow will not be formed. What do we need to form a shadow? We need light to get the shadow of any object. Did you understand? The very important point is we need light to get the shadow of any object. Now activity 2. Do all objects form shadow? No. All the objects will not form shadow. Which type of objects will? Opaque substances will form the shadows. Means which objects will not allow the light rays to fall on them, they form the shadows. Try to form shadows of a book, a pen, a duster, a polythene cover and a glass plate which on the wall plate on the wall of your classroom with the help of a torch. Do you find any difference in the shadow of the above objects? Do all objects form shadow? Which objects form shadow? Book, pen, duster will form the shadows. Why? Because they are opaque objects. Which objects do not form shadows? Polythene cover and glass will not form the shadows. Why? Because the light rays pass through them. Then think and write why some objects form shadows and some objects do not form shadows. See here. The first point is we need light to form the shadow. We need light to form the shadow. Now, second point, opaque objects, opaque substances. The substances which do not allow the light rays to pass, the substances which do not allow the light rays to pass through them, are called as opaque substances. See here, the substances which do not allow the light rays to pass through them are called as opaque substances. Example, book, pen, plank, wood, etc. These all comes under opaque substances. Second one is transparent substances. Transparent transparent substances. The substances which allow the light rays to pass through them are called as transparent substances. The substances which allow the light rays to pass through them are called as transparent substances. Example, glass, polythene cover. Polythene cover are called as transparent substances. The last one is translucent substances. Translucent substances. The substances which allow the light rays to pass through them partially. Okay, are called as translucent substances. Example, oil paper or butter paper. Oil paper or butter paper. So this answer is an 8 marks answer. You write down in your classwork. What are those? We need light to form the shadows and then which allow the light to pass through them, which does not allow the light to pass through. There are 3 types of substances for us: opaque substances, transparent substances and translucent substances. Opaque substances, the substances which do not allow the light rays to pass through them are called as opaque substances. Example, book, pen, plant, wood, etc. Transparent substances, the substances which allow the light rays to pass through them. Example, glass, polythene cover, etc. Then translucent substances, the substances which allow the light rays to pass through them partially. Means we can see the object but it won't be clear. The object will not be clear. That is called as translucent substances. Example, oil paper and butter paper. So did you understand how many types of substances we are having? So in the book also he gave us the substances like paper, plant, wood, iron, etc. do not allow light to pass through them. These objects form shadow. These are called as opaque substances. The substances like glass and air allow light to pass through them and hence we don't get their shadows. Such substances are called as transparent substances. The substances such as polythene cover and oil paper are partially allows the light to pass through them. So they form the shadows. Here for our question, think and write why some substances form shadows, why some objects does not form shadow. Means this is the answer you have to give. And these are called as translucent substances. You have also come across these terms in the chapter on materials. Here one pic was given in the textbook. Can you see? A boy is holding a white paper, a transparent paper and a translucent paper. How can, he is telling us, I just told for you, but he is asking us identify which is opaque, which is transparent, which is translucent. When the boy kept here a white paper, are we able to see his face? We are not able to see his face. Why we are not able to see the boy's face? Because the light is not traveling to through this paper. So because of that, we are not able to see his face. So this is an opaque object. In the second case, we can see clearly the boy's face. In the second pic, we can see clearly the boy's face. Means the light is passing through this paper. So because of that, the second pic we will say it as a transparent object. In the third case, we can see the object, or we can see the boy's face, but it is not clear. Did you understand? We can see the boy's face, but it is not clear, so we will say it as translucent. So with the what is that activity he is telling for us. I hope now you can understand. Here this is opaque, this is transparent, and this is translucent. Here we cannot see the boy's face. Here we can see the boy's face clearly. Here it is not clear, means unclear object we can see here. Next, see there, think and guess and write in the table which objects in your classroom and at home form shadows, which do not form shadows, and which form an unclear shadow. Objects which form shadow. Which objects will form shadow? Paper, pen, book, wood, rubber, these all forms the shadows. Objects which doesn't form unclear shadows. Now you take a white paper and put on that puri or a samosa and remove that and see the paper. You can see an unclear object. Objects which do not form shadow, which do not form shadows, like transparent, glass, water. If you see, the water was not disturbed. Take a bucket full of water and just you see your face in that one, it will be very clear. You keep a stone in that, or just you keep your finger and tilt the water and see your face in that one, it won't be clear. You cannot see a clear image. So water and glass, polythene covers, these come under transparent objects. Check the objects in sunlight to verify your guess and make corrections in the table 1 if needed. Means if you can give, now I gave few examples, than this more if you can give any examples, you try to do that one. Okay, after checking, give your own examples for transparent, translucent and opaque objects. So I gave some examples. Than this more if you can give any examples, you can try for that one. Transparent substances, translucent substances and opaque substances, he asked us to write the examples for that one. Thus we see all the objects do not form shadows, only opaque objects forms the shadow. We need a source of light and an opaque object to get a shadow. Are sources of light and opaque objects enough to get shadow? Do we need something? Only opaque substance is enough to form the shadow, or something is needed? Screen is needed. What is needed? Screen. Now see here activity 3. Do this activity in a dark room. Now you go to a dark room with a torch and a book. Focus the light on the book with a torch as shown in the figure. Keep the distance about 30 centimeters between the book and the torch. See in the figure how the boy is holding. Here the blackboard was there, the book was in his hand and he put a torch. Can you see the book's shadow was formed on this screen. The blackboard what was present there. So like that he is asking us to do the same thing. Where do you find the shadow of the book? Now put the torch under the book at a distance. So he is asking us, now this is the book, no? To this direction, to this direction, to this direction, to this. In all the cases, to this wall, to that wall, to this wall. In all the cases, will the shadow will be formed or not? Yes, why? Because the wall is acting as a screen. Did you understand? Next what he is telling, do the same activity in an open air at night. Now full moon was there. Stand on your terrace. Now take the book and put it upside. Will you get the shadow of the book? No, why? Because above this no screen was present. Keep down, you can find. Why? Because the floor is a screen. Now I want up. What I should do? First I should keep a white paper. I should ask my brother or someone to hold the white paper, and down of this white paper I will keep the book and I will on the torch. Then what will happen? The screen will, on the screen my book will be formed. Normally on the sky will it form? When I keep a torch, will this book shadow will be formed on the sky? It won't happen. So the shadow must be formed means what should be there? A screen must be there. So place a drawing sheet or a plank at a distance for 1 meter above the book and try to find the shadow of the book. Do you find the shadow of the book if you remove the sheet? If you remove the sheet, can we find? No. What do you understand from the above activity? We can understand that only light and opaque objects are not enough to form the shadow. Opaque object and light, these two are only not enough to form shadow. what is necessary to form shadow? A screen. In addition to these, we need a screen. That may be wall, that may be floor, whatever it may be. In the above activity, we use a drawing sheet or plank to get the shadow. Did you understand? The remaining I'll continue tomorrow. Thank you.